Everybody, good morning and happy Monday. What a beautiful day, huh? It's still a little dark and cloudy here, but I'm thrilled that you're here joining me. So, my name is Rita Hickman. I'm a body mind expert and a shiatsu massage therapist, and my specialty is helping women who are in narcissistic and toxic relationships. So, today the topic is why are narcissists so manipulative and controlling? So if you've been in a relationship with anybody who's dysfunctional or toxic, you'll completely notice that most of the time they like to be in control of things. And even if they aren't outwardly in control, they kind of like to manipulate the way things unfold. I know a lot of women who are like that actually, and we have to really balance it out. It's that whole perfectionism thing, and this is the right way and the way that it needs to be done. Now, many women come at that perfectionism and control situation because um, they're thinking about the good of everybody. They're thinking about the good of the whole. Now, most narcissists, though, they go in the direction of control and manipulation because they feel so out of control of themselves. So, when someone struggles with a mental health issue, uh, their internal world feels very off balance and they're constantly on edge. And whether it's complex PTSD, whether it's borderline personality, whether it's full blown narcissism, whatever it may be, their internal world feels out of control. And for a narcissist, that's kind of a constant. And so, in order to manage that, the out of control thinking or the out of control body, in order to keep from self destructing, they've put very strong life guidelines in place for themselves. And some of those are being manipulative and controlling because they feel, in order to feel safe, in order to feel secure, they have to control everything around them. But here's the trick question to that: control is an idea about our ego. It's an idea about the part of us that's actually kind of small. But so when we think that we can control things by our ego, by the 2 to 3 tablespoons of brain matter in the front of our brain that says, I am all there is, I am the center of the universe. um, when when we do that, we become more insecure, we become more nervous and more anxious because our ego really knows that it has no control over anything in this life, that control is a complete illusion, and that we don't manipulate anything, that it's not us. There's so many things involved, so many threads. It's a whole tapestry. It's like a 3D tapestry. That's life. You don't have a lot of control over that. You only have control over how you respond to how you feel and how you want to handle it. And so, unfortunately, people who struggle with narcissism, and their ego wants more and more and more control and more manipulation in order to try to feel safe, it makes them feel less safe and less insecure. The trick for people when people feel insecure is to surround themselves with strong people who have self esteem, who have self confidence, who have self respect, and they provide a structure for someone who's struggling, like a narcissist. They provide structure so that the narcissist doesn't have to feel like they need to manipulate and control everything. So, all the things that you've been doing, the narcissist has been said, it's your fault. You're the reason I'm this way. You make me this way. If you didn't do this, I wouldn't do this. All the things that the narcissist says is a way to try to control and manipulate the people around them is the last thing that they need. They don't really need, if we're going to care and be compassionate, they don't really need, and the world doesn't need, because it's filled with people who are in a narcissistic place right now. They don't need people who give them everything that they want. What they really need to be the highest version of themselves is for people to give them what they need, which is boundaries, which is structure, which is guidelines for how you treat people, which is speaking up, which is finding your voice, which is giving consequences. People who are insecure for whatever reason, and I've been there. I struggled with health issues, and when I struggled with health issues, I had to be the center of my universe. And you behave in a narcissistic way. But when you've got structure and stability in your life, when you've got somebody who says here and no more, just like with when you have a child who's going through chaos, you want to keep routine and structure as normalized as possible. So you've been responding or maybe reacting in a way that's, gives the narcissist what they think they need, like a good empath does, a good compassionate person does. But it's time to take it a step further, to really give the narcissists or the toxic people or the people struggling or the people with mental health disorders, to really give the people that we care about, our fathers and our brothers and our spouses and our friends, you know, to really give them what they need, which is structure, someone who says no, someone who recognizes that they need someone with self esteem and self respect so that they can role model, they can see how it's done, you can see how to navigate through life. So, why are they manipulative and controlling? Because they feel on edge and insecure. And it's not a bad thing. We're all that way sometimes. What can you do about it? Well, if it's too much, then you really need to leave, because if it's not a good chemistry, if it doesn't work out, then you're not going to be able to protect yourself. If you decide to stay, then it's a personal growth journey for you to discover self respect and self esteem and to find your voice and start to really be that bigger version of you that you're supposed to be. The one that walks through the world with confidence and love and understanding, while also recognizing that we need more than just a soft heart. We need people saying, here and no more. Okay? So if you feel stuck, reach out. If you need a group of women to help support you through this in a really wonderfully sacred and spiritual and loving and caring and metaphysical way, ask. We're doing a launch for the group. The pages are just about done. We're testing them. And yeah, I think that's it. And keep watching the live streams. So reach out. I do one-to-one coaching too. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.